Welcome back to SmartWatch Ticks. I know, we've been looking at watches all this time, so I thought I'd add some added entertainment for those of you that get kind of bored looking at the watch. Yeah, we just birthed a brand new Madagascar Day gecko, and his partner's already been birthed about 3 hours ago. It's amazing. These things, the eggs are laid for about 3 or 4 months. They incubate, and then they both birth within an hour or two of each other. Nature is something else. Anyway, when this little fella sheds the rest of his birth skin, I want to pick him up and handle him and get him acquainted to touch. If you see Jurassic World, you'll get an idea where we're coming from in Taming the Wild Lizard. So, we're going to take a quick look at the brand new ZGPAX S8 watch that came in, and the way I've got the apps in here. Of course, everybody's going to be unique in what they want to do, but I want to show you a lot of them that might be handy for you to play with. It may be a rather lengthy video, which is why I've got something else for you to watch if you're get a little bit bored with this. On the home screen, I have 3 things. I use the screen off button that touches and immediately turns the screen off to save wear and tear on the button on the side. Okay? Also, when I bring this up, I can touch that button down there to activate and go into anything, or I can swipe the screen. You've seen us do that before. Like so, and you're into everything. Speech to Clipboard is the really fun app that lets you touch the button and do all sorts of things. We have a video on that. Hello, you can't come up yet. No, you gotta. There you go. You gotta nibble on your environment for a little while first. And we'll play with that later. Mute is self-explanatory. I think I've got it set on a quick timeout. So you touch mute, and it'll say muting on or muting off, and it immediately mutes everything. Oh, isn't that cute? Yeah, he's going to pull off everything he's got. So mute is a toggle, and when I go back one page, I put my other main toggles back here too. I can toggle Bluetooth on and off, Wi-Fi on and off. Just by touching them, they will toggle it without having to do the normal pull down of the menu from way up here, and then tap that funny little button in the corner, and then touch right here to activate all of these things. It's a much easier process to toggle Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Open Camera is the main camera app that I've settled on to use on this watch phone all the time. You'll understand why when you watch the video on the cameras. Excellent. Standalone. So if I want to get to a camera real quick, I open the watch, I tap to the left, and I touch the camera app. I'm there. Okay? All right, let's walk through the pages. To the right, I have 2 different folders for phone calls. If there's a SIM card installed, these apps apply. Hello, baby. Yes. Yeah, good to see you. No. Oh. Come on. You got to go and shed your skin inside. There. Yes. Sorry for the distraction. Oh, down you go. I see the camera's flipping out a little bit, but it'll catch focus from time to time. No. Come back here. We're talking to the people about apps on the watch. Come on, down you go. There you go. Thank you. You just hang out there for a little while. Speed dial lets you put in your common numbers in a speed dial format that makes it easy to just tap them. Textra is the app I've chosen to be the best text messaging app that lets you shoot videos, still pictures, audio clips, emojis, all sorts of stuff, and text them through your basic SIM card. So if you have a SIM card with a phone number installed, these are the ones that you'll use. You can also make your phone calls through there. And Umail is the substitute that I'm basically using for voicemail. And it's a robust voicemail product that you can put on any of your devices, your tablets, your phones, and your watch. And it downloads the voicemail so that you can listen to it offline if you need to. Okay? So those 3 things have to do with phone calling and MMSing when you have a SIM card installed. If you don't have a SIM card installed, but you connect to Wi-Fi, then these are the ones you want to use to get yourself a Wi-Fi, hello baby, a Wi-Fi phone number, and be able to place and receive phone calls with Groove IP and do your MMSing with Ring2. Don't go away yet. Come on, we got to come back. He's ambitious. Oh, he's scurrying across the floor. I wish you could see this. Come on. Come on. Up on the fingers. There you go. Back. I know it's confining, but until you shed your skin, you got to hang out there. We're doing something here. Okay, Groove IP, Ring2. All right. Notes and emails. Keep is amazing, absolutely amazing, but you got to have the Google services. So this runs on the new version of the watch, not the old one, because you couldn't actually install and log in. However, I really recommend Keep. You can voice activate when you turn it on. You can tap the voice, speak what you would like to say in the note. Google will translate it into text and save the audio of your recording. Once you have it on there, it's done. You can bail out of the app. You don't need to say save or anything. It's great. And you can see Keep on any of your devices. So perfect thing for grabbing notes in the field. If you're not on Wi-Fi or something, you can still type your note in and have it saved on the watch, and then it'll sync when you get back onto the network. Note we talk about is a very nice, quick, and easy note app that lets you just pull down and let go, and it'll automatically send that note to you in an email if you set it up that way. Or if you want, it'll go to Dropbox or Google Drive or all of those. And email is the basic email app. I really haven't researched whether there's a substitute email that I'd use differently than that, but that's basically the one that receives and pushes of emails. Here we go to the next page where we talk about time. Some of these are stock. They come, like the clock and the calendar, come with the watch. The talking time clock is really fun. You set that thing up and it will speak in the voice that you've chosen.
Time check. The time is now 9:39 a.m. and all is well.
You specify what you'd like it to say, and it will do it by pushing the button a couple of times on the side. 3 times, I think, will activate it by voice. You can set it to automatically come on and boot up when you start your watch. And that's a really nice feature. In addition to being able to see your time, is just tap, 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 and be able to hear your time spoken to you. Again, in the voice that you choose, which have been downloaded 2 or 3 different voices that you can change. Time 2, there's Alarm Droid, stopwatch, which comes with it, and this time soul, I still have a hard time with the name. Are you coming? All right, you hang out there. If you jump off, I got to catch you, though, okay? He's curious. He is going to really understand watches by the time he grows up. Look at the world he's coming into right now. This one's really fun for a countdown timer, and we talk about it as a sedentary timer, but you can use it for countdown for anything. Giving speeches, all that stuff. We got a video out there on this one anyway. Whoops. You hit that button twice and you go back to the beginning page. Oh, okay, come on. We got to come back. Climb up. Yeah, see, he's getting used to fingers already. Normally, they would scurry away from you, but introducing touch to a baby lizard when it's just been born gives you the possibility to work with them as they grow older, because they're not in as much automatic fear. Okay, browsers. Browser is what comes with it. I've chosen to use Atlas and Firefox. I've tried Chrome and a bunch of others, and so far these are the ones that seem to work the best for a variety of reasons. We'll do a thing on browsers one of these days and go into that, okay? In terms of audio, Cloud Around lets you set up music on a folder in your Mac or your PC and basically stream it directly to the watch, as long as you have a connection, either Wi-Fi or 3G, so if you have a SIM card, it'll work. And of course, Google Play Music, after you upload 50,000 of your songs, organize them in playlists, whatever you'd like, you can access them through Play Music and stream it right to your watch, which will play through the speaker or through a Bluetooth connection if you have that to your car audio system or to a headset that you're wearing, whatever you'd like. All from this Android watch. If you tuned in late, it's the ZGPAX S8 watch. And it is available through a variety of outlets. I get mine through AliExpress, AliExpress.com. And it's a great place. I had good success with them. Really customer focused. They basically act as a broker between a variety of vendors, and they hold those vendors highly accountable. The customer has got to be satisfied. That's audio. Music is basically to play the music you have on board. Music is what comes with the phone, with the watch. Music visualizer is another way of playing it that you can see some squiggly lines vibrating. I didn't know where to put this thing. This is a weird little thing. I doubt I'll ever cover it, so let's just take it. It's called Plasma Sound, and it's kind of a strange thing in that lets you compose sounds with visuals. Now, what would you think if you were born into a world where some guy was playing with a watch, making crazy sounds, and all you wanted to do was eat your skin, huh? Yeah. Alrighty, plasma sound, just if you want to have fun with your watch. And then radio. You can do whatever radio you want. I like Django for streaming. TuneIn Radio lets you stream actual live broadcasting radio stations, usually from your area. So you should have both. All of this you should have on your phone anyway. It's just these are really cool ones that work well on your watch as well. Moving on, various news sources. I like things like MSN News and Flipboard are fun. I don't know, I got other things in here, TGI, Drippler, and Pocket. We cover these in other videos. Drippler is great for finding about apps, like most of them that are installed here. And yeah, you might want that one for sure. In terms of audio news, Stitcher's good. NPR One, is NPR basically. Whatever news you like. But they work well, some of them, most of them, on the watch format. Breathing apps we're covering, but in context, this one lets you monitor your breath rate and slow it down through feedback. Breathing health, Insight Timer is a timer for meditation type things. Then we got heart rate. We've talked about that one. Walk Logger for pedometer, and iCardio, which hopefully I'll be telling you about in an upcoming video about how you can Bluetooth to a chest strap to monitor your heartbeat and have it actually tell you when you're in your walking zone or running zone or hiking zone or bicycling zone. Different visuals that play odd, strange things on your screen. You just tap one and there you go. You're in fantasy world. Ooh, what do you think? Ooh. Yeah, you're more interested in what's going on outside. Okay, we got a couple of folders of these types of visuals to just impress your friends or lose track of time. Come back to me. Here we go. Another one with some more stuff, including mood lights. So you've got that candle you've always wanted to take with you to the concerts, but didn't have a lighter, or they wouldn't let you have one inside. Well, now you got it on your watch. Okay, mood light. Games, whatever games you want. I like the ones that use a gyroscope stuff inside of the device. So I've got ground effects and a labyrinth, which lets me play. You want to come out? You notice he's starting to stick his tongue out, so he's sensing more of his environment as he gets a little bit older. Where were we? Health. Games. Okay, let's move quickly through the other stuff. I've got some mapping software on here, the Google Maps, Street View, and then my favorites is like a Street View thing for special places. You might want to look at Alpine Quest and Instago Pro. If we do a mapping review, I'll go into those in more detail, but they work well on the watch platform. Luna FAQT is a great thing for all things related to the moon. And Earth Cams, we've seen a couple of videos of that I've used that. That's the live streaming webcams, like from Abbey Road in New York City. It's just fun to have that. Configurations are different settings that you do the shake thing, so you can shake it to turn it on and off. The screen off one, setting that up so you can just tap a button and turn it on and off. Different sensors. If you want to check out how well your watch is doing, download the clinometer and the magnetometer, okay? And those will show you some interesting stuff about the sensors in your watch. I have a couple of voices installed, and they leave behind icons, and you can't throw these away, so I've just made a folder for these voices. We heard the female voice earlier. Nathan's a nice male voice, and then some basic voices that come with the watch. System apps are just the basic things that I don't use much. The lock screen is how you change the watch face. Other system apps, calculator, things like that, alarms, but I use other alarms. And these are keyboard, the flip key keyboard, and a voice search is part of the Google platform, but I use the other one directly instead of the search. Miscellaneous stuff like a really big LED thing that will put whatever word you type full screen. Full screen, an inch, right? But hey, you can. It's big enough to flash across the room if you want to send a message to somebody. I Ching, if you just want to ask some basic questions about life and have the I Ching tell you information that may help you with guidance. Tippy Tipper. Tippy Tipper is the best tip I've found. Tip calculator for the watch platform with big enough buttons to use and straightforward results. So Tippy Tipper out of the millions of them out there. Now that we have full Google services, we can Chromecast. Yes, from your watch, you can Chromecast YouTube videos. And Haystack is the best, as far as I've seen, kind of a news gathering source that you specify more or less what you'd like to see in news, and you can stream it directly to your watch or Chromecast it to your TV. Skip through articles, replay them, whatever you'd like, see what's coming next on your watch, and control the TV display of that Haystack, okay? Getting there, aren't you, huh? Backup and restore, let's take a look at that. You definitely want to download app Backup and Restore. This allows you to actually back up the APK files of all of your installed apps, or any of them you choose, to your SD card, and then using Mobizen, which we'll get to in a little bit, you can actually transfer those easily over to your computer for archival purposes. The Backup Restore is the app that came with the watch, and wireless USB allows you to set this up as a Wi-Fi USB connection for transferring files. All three of those are something you need to have. Of course, you can't get rid of that one, but app backup and wireless USB. Phone, text, your default messenger, phone, and people at your contacts. These came with the device, but like I showed you earlier, I use different ones than those, so they're just in a folder way in here somewhere. Then we look at the camera. Now we're getting to the ones, you see where the dot is, that are actually easily accessible by going backwards. The intent here is I have the home position, and I can go to important things forward or important things backward. Okay, and 3 over is camera, which is where we are at now, having gone forward. So these are really important, and they come from going backward. Basically, for looking at your pictures or playing your videos, you have these in the Camera 1 folder. The Camera 2 folder has the default camera, which I don't use at all, VLC, which is an excellent player for any format, and it works really well with the formats that come with it. Sorry, we're not focused. There we go. Hope it's been like that hasn't been that way for a while. And IMGUR Android allows you to take any of your photos and upload them to the cloud and get a web address that you can share with friends anonymously. We'll talk more about that as well, too, in the camera section. Audio recorders, the sound recorder is what comes with it. And how are you doing down there? Oh, Doing good. You're nibbling. Okay. Easy Voice Recorder I highly recommend. Is the best audio recorder because you can set the gain level where you can actually literally hear a whisper across the room and record it. And it does a nice job of all of that. You get to the settings, which is just 1, 2 back from the very main one. And here's where your overall settings are. Access to the Play Store for installing apps. Mobizen, which you got to do that. That's one of the first things you're going to install. You use that to install everything else from your computer and keyboard. In terms of utilities, I recommend Clean Master for a lot of reasons. One of the most important has to do with moving your apps to the SD card. And we'll talk about that in another video. 360 security is a good one to have because it lets you do your security check and your cleaning basically straight from the pull-down menu and gives you other nice features. Those two together work well. The Wi-Fi protector, I don't know if it's even available in the App Store anymore. I couldn't find it. But it checks the Wi-Fi that you're connected to find out if it's real or not, and will warn you if it's attempting to connect or aware of a Wi-Fi zone around you that doesn't meet the criteria of being legitimate. Sets off alarms and vibrates your watch and all sorts of stuff. But if you're hooked to your home or work or a safe Wi-Fi, you can always check it by checking the status. Okay, and then 1 page back from home, we saw these are your tethers for Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and the actual Open Camera app, which we can open since we're at the end of this video and show you what a nice camera this is. I'm not going to be able to show you what we're doing. In fact, I can barely see it myself. But let's see if we can get a picture of our little lizard down here. I can do this. Now, a nice feature is once the picture is taken, it stays on the screen. I have the option of keeping it. I mean, it actually put it in here. I can hit the trash can, like so, and take it over. Ugh. Let's see if we can get another. Touch the screen to focus, hit the button. Okay, and it took the picture of the lizard. There he is. And if I like it, I just touch it, and I'm back in camera mode again. Simple as that. Does video shots. Now he moved, see, before the picture was taken. So I'm not going to keep that one. Oh, where are you going? Well, you get the drift. Anyway, Open Camera is a perfect app for the watch. It's really nice. It does a good job. And that's it in our overall app update review for the new ZGPAX S8 watch. That has a lot of really cool features. One thing I didn't show, I haven't put it in here yet, is the brightness display, that little bar you see up and down across the top that lets you adjust the brightness by sliding. It's called display brightness. I'll be putting that in last because I just didn't want to mess with it too much until everything is settled. Alrighty, and we have our brand new baby lizard who's still going to keep eating on his skin. He seems to be settled on being so exploratory now, and then usually they'll settle in and take a little nap and then start looking for food. He likes to eat honey. Hey, thanks for watching SmartWatch Ticks and putting up with my babysitting duties of the day. And we'll talk to you soon. Whoa! Well, I was just editing everything together, and I discovered that I didn't really catch that particular folder of apps, which are two of the more important ones I wanted to talk about. Plus, I thought you might like to meet the other egg half. This is after a few hours now that this little baby's been born. Boy or girl, I'm not sure till they get a little older. But settled down quite a bit. You see that nice full tummy. Had a nice little meal of baby ants. And is quite feisty. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get this one in the cage or not. Let's give it a try. That cage, yeah, right. Down you go. Why don't you play in there for a few minutes? Thank you. Okay. Display brightness, I mentioned I hadn't installed it. Well, I had. The thing is, I had the transparency set so low. Now, it's a little bar across the top, and if I increase the transparency, you can see part of it right there. And sliding my finger along it is how I raise and lower the brightness. It's an awesome app. You definitely want to install, okay? But I like to keep the transparency down. Well, I'll mess with that later. The other one, and this is really cool. I just recently installed this one. It is coming up. B0G. Anyway, you see it up here? It's called the connector, right? Floating commander. What it is it's this little button right here you've been noticing on the lower right-hand side. Oh, here we go. You have the ability by touching that to invoke voice. And in that voice, you have the ability to either launch Google Now, or just do one thing, or set it to do a variety of things. You can toggle any of the toggling commands that are available, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, just by simply saying toggle, all right? You can set specific commands. You can launch third-party apps, system apps, all sorts of things. And you can make the button movable if you want to, too. So let's give it a try. Let's see if we can move the button. Well, let's see if we can touch the button. Open calculator. It's processing the command. And with any luck, we get the calculator. So it's a lot like some of the other apps we've shown you, but the nice thing is you've got this little floating dot that you can position on the screen. It floats over everything all the time, and it's available to you instantly. And if you get really good about it, you can move it. You can have it either snap to the side or you can move it anywhere you want. And yeah, it's pretty nice, especially because it's voice actuated. So that rounds up everything on the ZGPAX S8 Android standalone smartwatch phone, with or without SIM card installed, with or without Lizard running up your arm. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we're going to go and connect with our little brother or sister.